Hello, it's me, your friendly hospice nurse. I don't know what kind of accent that was, I'm sorry. So it is the weekend, and I'm... Hello, it's me, your friendly hospice nurse. I don't know what kind of accent that was, I'm sorry. So it is the weekend, and I'm working weekend Baylor. And so let's go about my day as a weekend Baylor hospice nurse. I've already seen 2 patients today. My face looks really odd because I just had an N95 on, so it looks like I have a weird face more than normal. Anyway, I've already seen 2 patients. So usually what happens is we will get an assignment to start off our day. Like we'll have one patient that is urgent that needs to be seen ASAP, and we'll start our day from there. Sometimes we'll have one patient assigned to us, and then at the start of our day, some days we'll have 5 patients to start. Usually, if you have one patient, it's not going to stay that way for long. You're going to get a lot more patients assigned to you, depending on the need. I work approximately 12-hour days when I work on the weekends, or sometimes more. So, I sometimes will see as many patients as I can until my day ends. So that can be anywhere from 5 patients to 10 patients, who knows? And the distances I travel can vary from 10 minutes in between patients, 2 minutes in between patients, to an hour between patients. So today I traveled an hour between my first patient and my second patient. The thing I like about working weekends is we don't have to call all of our people at once to set up visits, usually. It depends on where you work, but where I work I don't have to because things change all the time. And let's say I usually try to schedule 2 people out. So I will go see one patient or my first patient, and then I'll call the second one I'm planning on seeing and letting them know an approximate time of when I'm going to be there. So let's say things change, right? Let's say I get called to an urgent call before my second patient. Luckily, I have a wonderful team of triage ladies who will call my second patient for me and inform them that I'm going to be a little bit later, or they might send another nurse out, to go see that patient instead if it's a timing scheduling thing, because sometimes it can be. We're going to see people on the weekend, so we do have to be somewhat flexible around schedules because people are home, people have things to do, errands, whatever. Got my little setup over here. This is my car pack. Many of you have seen it. I got my mileage log thingy, and I don't have to keep track of my mileage. I just do so I know what the heck addresses to put in when I submit for my mileage at the end of the day, because I don't do it patient by patient. I'm usually flying by the seat of my pants, trying to just get everybody's situated, because usually on the weekends we deal with a lot of more urgent situations, sometimes clogged Foleys, bowel movement issues, pain management, symptom management. For instance, I'm going to go back to see my first patient to determine if this patient needs to be sent in for GIP, which is general inpatient, aka the wonderful hospice house. I love the hospice house so much, and I am so thankful that we have that tool and that resource so that our patients don't need to go to the ER in order to get their symptoms managed. So yes, we do like to try and manage all symptoms in the home, which we normally do. But sometimes, there's just situations where we need to send them in where they can be monitored for 24 hours for, a day or so that we can kind of figure out what's going on. They have access to, like I said, 24-hour care there. We also have an in-house hospice provider floating around, so that's always super helpful. Chaplains, social workers are right in-house as well, which is amazing. Anyway, I'm sitting at a lake right now because I wanted to chat a little bit. And I'm so disappointed there's no ice cream truck. Let's get this on the road. I have an hour to head back to my other patient. Okay, I just realized I'm really not in a good place to chart because there's no reception here, so we're gonna move. Forgot to bring my sandwich today. Yeah, that too. I don't really have downtime between patients or beige. Sometimes, usually not. What I like to do is I like to kind of peep my next patient and kind of go over the schedule. Oh, pro tip, make sure you're aware of your surroundings wherever you park to chart. Always make sure all your doors are locked and that you're in a place that's visible to people. If you need to call people, just roll up your windows and turn your car on so that it's nice and cool or warm or whatever. But yeah, make sure you're in a parking lot that's like next to people. So okie doke. So I completed my last patient of the day, and so I'm just going to chart this up. Another pro tip is also to remember that the dementia pain scale, or what we call a pain ad, PAINAD, is for nonverbal patients with Alzheimer's and other dementias. So it's not for patients who are just confused. So if a patient just has Alzheimer's dementia but they're still verbal, we need to be utilizing another pain scale to try and assess if they have pain. So we shouldn't be using the dementia pain ad. That's only for nonverbal. Okay, so now that I have synced, I'm going to what I have to do is I have to put in my mileage now, and then clock out, there's a lot of steps to everything. And I'm also gonna do like a wipe down of my car before I actually leave. So I'm going to do like a wipe down of my car before I actually leave, and then we're going to just take it all down. I like to kind of have things sort of, prepped for when I get home, because when I get home, I just want to leave. So it's kind of like I lost the zipper on this. But yeah, I just want to have things like already put away, ready to go. Like I was never in this car for work, because it's just not fun to do it when you're at home and you realize you have to go to the bathroom after working. So I will wipe things down, but right now let me do my mileage. So we have an app. I think most places probably have some sort of app. I'm not sure. Actually, no, that's not true. Because the hospice I worked for before did it with the nursing notes, which I hated that. It was a pain in the butt. Okay, so we're gonna go there. First name I put in. There we go. So we usually, the way mileage works, and I'm not sure if most hospices work this way. But so they pay you a certain amount. Okay, hold on, I need to think. Oops. Oh no, he's right there. No! So now I'm going to do all of my, what I would call report to case managers and clinical managers. So I like doing it on the computer. I can also do it on my phone, but I think it's easier to type. So yes, so I saw a couple patients today, and we tend to have obviously different case managers and clinical managers for each. So that means I'm probably going to send out a couple of emails, but that's how we do our report. So yes, it is a lot of typing. You want to paint a really good picture of your patient, right, for when people come back. So it was great. I did, and we do all sorts of stuff. Like at my last visit, I helped do pericare, because a lot of our caregivers are patients' families, so spouses who might be around similar age, elderly children, things like that, or even if they're younger children. If I'm there, I'm going to lend a hand. If I'm in a facility, I will lend a hand, because I'm available, and it's a great time to do a skin check when you do pericare. So we got the patient nice and comfortable. Me and one of the not kiddos, okay, this person's probably my mother's age, but you know what I mean. We reviewed repositioning, meds, things like that. And so to now wrap up my day, what I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to finish this note, then I have to sync my computer. Okay, so I made it home. I didn't exactly put everything away like I wanted to, but now we're just going to get all the trash out and put everything back. So let's do it. Well, so my phone ran out of room to record. So basically, I finished my day by cleaning my car, and then I just throw everything away. Nothing big. It is
kind of hard to do a day in the life because of the fact that it does get a little bit busy. And there's HIPAA involved, so you can't really record too much of what you're doing. I basically can just explain it. So in short, what may seem like a lot of recording is I keep petting myself. Oh, sorry. But yeah, so that's what it's like working the weekends. You get visits called in whenever, and sometimes you just have to change the entire your entire day, and that's just how it is. You got to be a little bit flexible, and that'll help it happen also during your week. Sometimes patient issues will come up that are urgent or emergent, and you got to kind of rearrange your schedule. I have to say on the weekend it's easier though. I'm trying to see if there's any mosquitoes in here. Anyway, a lot of case managers that I know, they have like a set up time or day that they go see certain patients if it's just routine home care stuff. And of course, things need to get changed around sometimes. So it's a little bit harder when people are kind of set on that certain schedule, or some people can't be seen at this time or this day or before this time or after this time, or you have to wait for people to come and go, versus on the weekend, they're the ones usually calling us like, we need you to come here. So we don't really have to plan around too many people's schedules. That being said, so sometimes the visits are already pre-set up, so that's why when I opened my list of stuff this morning, I already had 3 assigned to me. But like I said, things get added on during the day. Sometimes they get taken away. Okay, so that's the video. I did my best. I know a lot of people ask me to do a day in the life, but it's hard when you're just driving around trying to also get your day done. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any other questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for videos? I have a bunch that people have given me, so I'm trying to go down the list, because it is hard. It does take time to edit, and I apologize. I have a big mouth. Go to sleep. This is Nurse Sally signing off. Thanks for spending the day with me.